Welcome to Niko's channel, Life Unfolding. I got a subject I wanna expand a little bit. For example, when you know if you are living in your mind, how do you know that? When you find out that when you analyze the mind, so the mind is like this. How the mind works is very easy. I have to get there to be happy. I can only be happy when I get this done or whatever, yeah. That's how the mind works. The mind says, don't waste your time, get there. It's goal orientated, He has to have a purpose, he has something to do. The mind doesn't like to do nothing. It always does something and is on her own anyway. So you said, I'm going to work, so in the end of my week, I can go and have some fun with the money I make. So that's what the mind says, you can't have fun now. Now you're making the money. You will have fun later, okay? Which is totally wrong. You should have fun every second, You should have a good vibe. You should love what you're doing because that's the only way you'll get to this enlightenment of this peaceful life when you have this in your mind. I said I cannot be happy until I buy that car. And you think, yeah, you're gonna have a certain happiness, and there's gonna be a short one because then the mind has to move to the next goal and say, well, I cannot be happy now until I get, that girl or the house or whatever the mind thinks she needs, but she doesn't really need nothing. She just tried to keep you occupied, and all your life you're gonna be slave of your mind. And that's just said is a prison of your mind. The mind creates a prison, like a gate around you. It's like almost like they create a system where they give you freedom, but you creating a gate. And then I see you creating a gate, then they just add more ladders to that gate to make it higher and higher, so it'll be impossible for you to get out of your own prison. But you'll have almost like you have a choice, but in the end you're going for building a quick gate around you so you feel more safe. They say the safest people are the one in the jail because nobody from outside can come in, and they not can go outside. So they have guards and cameras everywhere. So if you really want to be safe, you might better go to jail because there nothing can really happen. You see all these movies, bad guys, whatever. These jails today are really they watching every move you do. When you're sitting at your table and eating your food, when you walk on a and on the inside, anywhere in jail, there's cameras everywhere. There's eyes watching you, and a lot of people do that on their own selves. They create cameras all over their house and big gates, and next thing you know, they got in the jail. They are in the jail in their own jail, and they don't even realize that. And they spend most of their time there because they think they're safe there. So you want to have a playful life, more like a child, where you enjoying your activities. It's not like you should not have a job. You can have a certain job. There's not too many jobs that are good for you, though. You have to. I realized that when I changed my jobs. I said, okay, what I'm gonna do next? There's nothing up there. I'm not gonna sell you insurances or nothing like that. I don't want to be stuck up anywhere. Um, not be able to use my brain the way I want to use it. I want to use my brain in things I want to grow. I don't want to be there and I have to follow this system where, uh, you know, you don't have too much to say. They will say, well, who are you? I have so many people I worked for before. They tell me, who are you? Who are you? Who are you to change this law or this rule? This is how we work. This is how we do things. And I always said, then who's made this rule? I said, who are you to make this rule? And they said, well, I own the company. I said, well, yeah, but what do you own? You don't own anything because you can't own me or my co-workers. So what is your company without us? A bunch of papers. You need us. So we are your company. So you see what I'm saying? It's a very tricky thing. And the next thing they come around and they start adding some of those things I fought for, they're like, oh yeah, maybe we can change this in the show, or maybe we can change this at this job, where you take a break here and there. You don't have to be doing all this stuff, but somebody has to stand up and say, hey, I mean, I'm not saying we're not gonna help you, but how you helping us? You make getting more millions and millions of dollars, adding more cars and more houses to your collection, and everybody else is suffering, barely have time to spend with his family and money in his pocket. And what is that? So that's why you're gonna say, who are you? I say, well, I'm the owner. The owner of who? You cannot own somebody. I mean, yeah, the truth is, it's been slaving for thousands of years and be slaving each other. But if people stand up from the beginning and say, no, I am not going to work for you because you treat me like a slave. When you treat me like a human, I'll come back and help you. Maybe you don't even have to pay me, in the beginning. I'll come back because I want to be there and help you. And next thing you know, create this relationship, and then every time you make more money, make sure I make more money. It's like, that's the only way. He's getting more rich and you're getting more poor because you want to live like him now, so you're gonna go buy same pair of glasses he gets. Oh, I have my badass, whatever Gucci glasses. I don't even know what's selling right now. And I have the same watch my boss is wearing, whatever. But he's making millions, and that's just a change out of his pocket, and you paying half of your salary for that. Even more. Some people work a whole month to buy a watch. So stupid, I know. Don't need a freaking watch, man. You have a cell phone. It's a time in your cell phone. You don't need a watch. When the cell phones got created, you always have a time. And if you work somewhere, it's really important, get a watch. But don't spend 10, 20, $30,000 on a watch. It's ridiculous. So yeah, don't be a slave of your mind. That's it for this video. Life unfolding with Niko. Make sure the mind works for you. You don't work for her or him, whatever you think is in your head. Because when you look deep inside, there's actually nothing there. It's just the ideas, who work with ideas, and the mind takes the idea and creates a bigger idea. And next thing you know, you slave it to the idea of the will, of the desire. You desire. But is that in your benefit? How is benefiting everything? Is your body benefits from your job? Is this feels good sitting down, driving all day this big truck? If that feels good for your body? Are you having problems with your legs already, cutting your circulations and stuff like that? I mean, do some of, yeah, I don't say we gotta do some things, but do part-time. Don't let them take all your time. Do something, one job part-time and do another job part-time. So like this, you have two different ways to move. Let's say in the morning you work with the kids, in the afternoon you like play music for something or whatever. You have two different jobs. That's the way to be. You should have 3 or 4 different jobs. You should do all kinds. Why not? You can go home and make a video like I'm doing and share what you learned that day. Just keep sharing with me, so I'm learning, so I'm gonna pass what I learned. Like this tree right here. It's my dummy. So right now I'm training with it. So what I'm doing, I'm just throwing at him light punches and see where he hurts. What did I feel? The pain. Yeah, back of the elbow hurts. Some nerves there. Legs. Yeah. Okay, so you learn something from it. You can use a tree, just go light. You can wrap it with some cushion like a yoga mat or 2 yoga mats if it feels like it's too strong for the pain.